Well, I think it embodies everything that all of us try to do at the Division III level. We're trying to make sure that our student athletes are out representing us well. I think all of us at the Division III level want to get ourselves and our university and our colleges out into the communities. So I think it's at the heart of everything that we talk about and everything that we want to do. And it gives our student athletes real life experience, which is another big positive attribute of Division III. The fact that your kids are getting out doing internships. Well, they're getting out and doing community service, which may not be an internship, but it's an opportunity to see the real world.
So, especially with D3 sports, it really gives you that flexibility to really dip your toe into every different type of activity or life experience. So not all schools get to go to the Dominican and do service projects, and so through different experiences that D3 allows for you, you're growing yourself and you're helping others grow. And for me personally, I was able to really grow selflessly, and through all of the projects that we've done, it just helps me realize what an impact I can have for the community around me, and the impact for good that I can have.
Yeah, so I got involved freshman year pretty early. It was at the urging of a couple older baseball players at the time. When I was a freshman, they were seniors. And they just said, we think you'd be really good for it. And I kind of seemed interested already. I thought it was a neat way to get involved and help on campus besides just playing sports. And so yeah, I signed up freshman year, went to a couple meetings, and then sophomore year came around and kind of got thrown into the mix a little bit more with being an officer and president. And it was fun, and I think it's just a good way to be more than just an athlete and really have your voice being heard, rather than just on the field, but more off the field.
I know from a coaching standpoint that gets you, and I think our student athletes see that too, that your little things that are happening in your world are not quite as large as what's happening in the community. Our student athletes have a lot, and they have a lot to balance, and they have a lot of stress. However, I think they go out and they see some other real life scenarios, whether it be working at a food bank, whether it be helping fundraise for a neonatal intensive care unit. I think they see that, okay, maybe my stress isn't exactly as high as I thought it is, and I know it's a time to step back and evaluate your life. So I think it gives the student athletes an opportunity to just see life, see the real struggles, be able to give back, and I think it really just impacts them, not only that they're doing good, but that they are really seeing what life can really be like.
Yeah, so there's a lot that we get out of giving, which is kind of an interesting concept, but I would say that one, of course, it bonds us as a team, which is really important. Cross country is a individual sport, you score, but you do score as a team even though you're running by yourself. But bigger than that, you rely on the support of your team members to help you complete workouts and things like that. So having a strong team culture is very important. So you do bond just for that reason. But it teaches you a lot about yourself and what you really value, which is when you are giving back to those who maybe don't have the same opportunities as you, and just giving unselflessly of yourself.
I think it really goes back to the community service and the outreach that we do. Specifically here at Webster, every year in February we do a Special Olympics game with our local Special Olympics team here in St. Louis. And a lot of student athletes always rave about that, and I think it's a great way to get involved in the community and really be more of a supporter than a player in that aspect. But it's always great to see a smile on their faces and meet all the kids and just have a great day. And then conference-wide, I know last year we went to the Hope Lodge run by the American Cancer Society, and that was just a great day to once again give back, but really learn something new and just hear people's stories and be there to almost comfort them in a way.
I think really all of them. The Pink Night was really successful from a volleyball standpoint for the breast cancer awareness, and being able to keep that in the Me Aware Foundation, which directly impacted Jacksonville, Illinois, and the women and men in that area. To be able to compete back and forth with Illinois College and kind of put that rivalry to a side, I think did a lot for that community. The cystic fibrosis, of course, is a personal connection to me. Every year we were able to build more. To see that McMurray continued to do that this year was extremely impactful for me, not only personally, but just to see them continue something where the money's going right here to St. Louis. I mean, it's going right to a lot of our families that would utilize it in the conference. So yeah, I mean, I would say a lot of them, even just working in a soup kitchen and things. Everything is impactful, I think, when you do community service, because it just levels you. Like I said, really takes you down to what's important in life. So yeah, they were all a lot of fun. You have to have buy-in from your leaders. They have to sell it, and it's not usually a problem. Most Division III coaches, all the things we just spoke about a minute ago, they want to get out and do these things. After that, then it's selling it to each individual program. From the McMurray side of things, once we won that trophy a few years, it became then a competition, and you're talking about coaches and student athletes. I mean, anytime you throw competition in, it gets exciting, it gets heated. Tracking points and updating people in staff meetings was successsul for us at that time at MAC, seeing where everybody was at and kind of joking around at what sports were leading, and so it became a competition. So yeah, I mean, you get your buy-in from your AD, your coaches, that feeds down, and that excitement feeds down to the student athletes, and you just have great Division III coaches. Same thing here at Fontbonne. Casey's done a wonderful job with SAAC, the softball coach. Maria's fully bought into community service. All of our coaches are. So same concept here, you get the coaches excited, get the student athletes excited, and then you get out into the community. And the list is endless, whether you're in Jacksonville, Illinois, or St. Louis, Missouri. The list is endless of organizations that need help.
Yeah, so that was awesome. While we were there, we were able to play some of the Dominican teams and help donate some of our old equipment to the teams down there. And what was so great about that was how gracious they were for even the littlest things that we did. We even got together a ton of school supplies and distributed it to a program down there, and that was an awesome experience as well. And what was so great was just like I said, the littlest things that they would get so excited about, and you could just see the impact for good that Principia is doing, and it inspires us before our season to really get out of ourselves and think selflessly and take what good the community does and what good other community does and bring that onto the court every year.
Well, an incoming freshman should get involved in SAAC because, one, it's a great way to meet other student athletes, a great way to spread your voice and make sure it's heard throughout the campus, and it's a great way to build leadership qualities.